It seems like ages since we saw anyone from Just Stop Oil, doesn't it? No orange-vested Herberts holding up the traffic, no old grannies complaining the fish are dying in their ponds, no Tarquins and Philomenas wailing through loud hailers that we're facing extinction in a few years if we don't stop drilling for oil. Come to think of it, Extinction Rebellion have been pretty much disappearing from view as well. I'm sure they've morphed into all kinds of weird knockoffs like Animal Rebellion. They seem to spend most of their time emptying milk cartons in posh London department store food halls. But no marches for ages. I was beginning to wonder if they might have all decided to pack it in. You know, actually get jobs, actually go to work instead of living off mummy and daddy and their millions. But I was wrong. They have not disappeared at all. It's just been a bit cold. It's a pity, though, because they could have taken the opportunity to say we're having so many storms, one after the other, because of climate change. I mean, it's a no-brainer for them, isn't it? Surely Jocelyn and Aisha must have been inspired by my driving habits and all those planes flying around in circles the other night. But who wants to glue themselves to a bank when there's a howling gale going on? Who wants to sit on the road when it's battering down with torrential hail and rain? If they weren't such utter hypocrites and charlatans, I might even feel sorry for them. But today, I see they've decided to go after a different cause. Forget the climate, because now the eco-nutters have decided it's a ceasefire they want. But not in Yemen, not in Ukraine, mind you, and not even in South Sudan. No, no. They want a ceasefire in Gaza, the trendy lefty cause for all good socialists. I suppose we should have seen it coming. It was Greta Thunberg who took a day off from her climate obsession at the end of last year to assure us that what we really needed was a ceasefire in Gaza and an end to the killing of innocents, as lefties describe Hamas fighters. Although I don't remember her calling for the release of the hostages. Today, Greenpeace decided to follow her lead. They clambered up the side of the Reina Sofia Museum in Madrid, which houses Picasso's famous Guernica painting. But they weren't calling for politicians to be prosecuted for failing to save the planet. Nothing as mundane as that. Oh, no. Instead, they unfurled a banner with some difficulty, it must be said, which read, "Ceasefire now," beneath a poster that showed a distressed child in Gaza and a message, "Can you hear us?" Naturally, the police did nothing about it. They simply watched alongside some local firefighters. They might as well have applauded them. Obviously, in Spain, they're just as woke as our lot. Once again, there was no banner that said "Bring them home" for the hostages, and no mention of them at all, despite more than 130 of them still being held and tortured in those horrific underground tunnels. Proof, if you needed it, that these bloody eco-nuts are nothing more than Marxist terrorist sympathisers. Just remember, that's the next time they stop traffic.